Hey, what's poppin' with it? It's your boy Big Rap. We got a special interview in the building today. We got my guy BRODIE, Wilmington, Massachusetts, in the motherfucking building today. PDX Radio live exclusive interview. Hey. Let's get it. Yo, it's your boy Big Rap, PDX Radio. We are in the building with my guy BRODIE. Man, what's popping with you, BRODIE?
So, man, just chilling, man. Excited to be here. Appreciate you having me.
Hey, man, I'm glad you could be here, man. Why don't you tell the people where you're from?
I'm from a town just outside of Boston, Massachusetts, Wilmington, born and raised.
Okay.
Live in the area. Love
okay.
It out here.
So let me ask you, you've been creating music since 2014, and you wear so many hats. You're an artist, you're a producer, engineer, designer. What first pulled you into music?
A bit of mix of boredom and curiosity, honestly.
Okay.
All my friends wanted to do the same things every day, and I was like, you know what? Let me do something different. Let me try something. And it started very differently from where it is now, but it took taking that first step to get here, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah. So for those that are just getting familiar with you, tell us a little bit about where you're from and how your surroundings shaped your sound.
So, I'm from New England, and the seasons change very frequently and very unexpectedly, especially the weather. And, growing up, like, you couldn't really settle into or get too comfortable with, the types of clothes you could wear, the types of activities you could wear, what you could do during your day. And with that comes like this interesting dynamic as a person that like you need to be adaptable.
Yeah.
And that kind of is reflected through my music where like two songs could sound completely different, but maybe one was made in the summer and one was made in the winter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So my environment is very much reflected in my music. And, I think it's very telling of where I come from.
Okay. So now your sound, it blends rap, R&B, and alternative pop in really unique ways. Who are some of your early influences, and how did you develop your own lane sonically?
Oh, early influences. So it's funny. In terms of music overall, like I grew up in like the suburbs, like lower middle class area, and a lot of people around me listen to alternative, punk rock, rock and roll, classics. And, but, most of my family grew up in Lawrence, Massachusetts, and you wouldn't know this, but Lawrence is, it has a lot of struggles, you know what I mean? And 80% of my family lived there. So what they consumed in terms of media was very different from what the people around me in my hometown listened to. And so that's where like the two sides kind of blended. And like my early influences when it came to creating music was a lot of Timbaland. There was a lot of Drake and all the Toronto artists, Party Next Door, The Weeknd.
Yeah.
Their early music. I'm talking like Balloons. I'm talking, Thank Me Later. I'm talking PND 1.
Yeah.
And one thing with the Toronto sound, and like it has a very similar weather and seasons to New England. And the sound just was really reflective of my experience at home. And so it definitely played a role in how I viewed my approach to music, very much after dark aura. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's the late night hours in the studio, and like I don't know anybody making a song at 2 a.m. that sounds like Ed Sheeran or Justin Bieber. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they're working at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. I'm working at 2 a.m. at night.
Talk to him.
Like it was just like people who were really shifting like the sound, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, Timbaland's one of my biggest influences. Same with I listen to a lot of West Coast artists, so when it comes to my rap style, I think I take more influence from the West Coast
Okay.
just because of the artists I listen to, but the cadence of my music is more in line with like the Toronto sound,
Hell yeah.
the specific sound that like Timbaland brought to his music. That
Yeah.
like that raw kind of bouncy energy. But yeah, it's definitely a mixed bag of things, but it all came together to create something that is now me. You know what I mean? And I just found parts of myself that were reflected in this music that I was listening to,
Yeah.
and it was a little bit of emulating that and trying to do something different. You know.
So let me ask you, Guilty of Life. It feels like a raw confession. What was the turning point or the moment that made you want to write that track?
That's a good question. In terms of writing it, it was honestly the beat. When I found that beat, it was just because, like, honestly, like a song like that, like none of my songs are really planned. You know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
moments, and when you capture a moment, it's like something just hits you, and it's like, yeah, this has to happen right now. And that was one of those songs. And like, I'm very picky with my instrumentals. I'll listen to 100 beats before I pick one. But as soon as I find that one, it just clicks and I run.
I'm the same
You
way.
know, and so that's kind of how that song came about. Like I caught the cadence of it, the energy of it, and like it was just like, and I don't hold back with my lyrics. I don't hold back with the content that I put into my music because it's how is somebody gonna connect to me if I try to curate it instead of just letting it be real.
Yeah. Now you open the song with a bold line. My baby told me to kill him. I catch a rhythm. You say her name, I will smith him. Can you break that down for me? Please break that down for me. What was your thought process when you wrote that?
I was like, bro, like I need to murder this beat right now. and what better way than to just like almost started off with like somebody else is popping my collar. You know what I mean? Like my baby told me kill him, so now I gotta do it. Like I can't disappoint my baby, so like and I just thought that playoff of Will Smitham was like fire. It's like because it's like, hey, like no matter what your thoughts on that situation was, he stood on business.
Yeah.
He stood on whatever their entanglement may be, regardless of that. He stood on the respect that he has for his woman and
10 toes down.
You know what I mean? Like, and regardless of how things turned out or your opinion on it, like the man still stood on business one way or another. And I just felt like it was a good way to put my foot down and be like big stepping in the building. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and plus I just knew that people would be like, did he just say that?
Come on. We got one more. Can't fight inertia. Scraping on the asphalt. That's such a visual fucking line, bro. Yeah. Like you got real visual with that. Let me ask you, what kind of imagery do you try to invoke when you write things? Do you try to make people like visually see every single aspect of your verse? Because that's what it feels like to me. I mean, scraping that asphalt, man.
I want people when they're listening to my music to picture themselves in that scene.
Come on.
So, like, the way I frame my mind around my writing is so like me and my guy Joe, he's my manager, producer, and my lawyer, guy's boy wonder. And something that, like, when we started working together about a year ago, he was like, hey, you have a lot of golden nuggets in your music, which is like those moments in a song that somebody's like, they're gonna remember that.
Oh yeah.
But one thing that I wasn't doing is I was digging for more golden nuggets in each song, and with that, it kind of dilutes the golden nugget.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so, like, sure, you find your first, when you're digging for gold, you find that first piece of gold, but like, you're not just gonna throw it behind you and keep looking for more. You're gonna polish that off. You gotta get all the details of it. How much does it weigh? And so with that, like, we developed this like mindset around writing where it's like, identify no more than 3 golden nuggets in a song, and then revolve the song around those golden nuggets. So like, when I'm writing in like a song like this, I'm like, I need to visualize everything that could surround this golden nugget. What is the scene? What is the setting? Who are the characters involved? Like, what are the props involved? What are the actions being taken? You know what I mean? So like, this whole song was kind of like, it's on go, like, you know, like, if they're in my way, I'll Will Smith them. Like, I'm scraping on the asphalt because I can't fight it. If I try to fight inertia, so like, if I don't make it, it's my ass's fault. Like, it's all moving forward, you know what I mean? And like, that motion, like the beat itself feels like you're moving quick almost, like dun 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 dun. Like, it feels like things are moving quick, like, oh shit, it feels risky. And that's how I had to base the song, you know?
Yeah. Now let me ask you, if you could do a song with anybody, dead or alive, who would you do a song with?
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive?
I'll do alive. I'll do 2. One, alive, Timbaland. Just because, I mean, man's a genius, like, in his own right. And not alive. I mean, Michael Jackson, maybe?
Come on.
Jackson? Like, yeah, I would say, yeah. I don't know who else could help me elevate other than him. He was the pinnacle. You know what I mean?
Now, if 2025 Brody could give any advice to 2014 Brody, what kind of advice would you give him?
Get organized.
Yeah.
Get your shit together. Get organized. Do more research before you just start running. You know what I mean? Like, I ran out the house with nothing. You know what I mean? Like, and then you're like, oh shit, maybe I should have grabbed my wallet. You know what I mean? Like, and yeah, if I could tell myself anything, get organized. What is your plan? What do you want to achieve? You know, make sure you got things planned out, or have a strategy and like a roadmap of what you want to achieve. Because, you know, honestly, like, I winged it for years.
Yeah.
And I could have been way further than I am even now, than if I had just taken the time to like sit down and be methodical with what I was doing versus just making songs and releasing them and making songs and releasing them. And hey guys, check out my music. It's like, no, I had no branding. I didn't even have like an LLC, like nothing like that, you know? And as time would tell, like, you know, that played a role in how my career played out. And, you know, it could have been different, but it is what it is. I learned from my mistakes, and it got me where I am now, at the very least.
Now we're going to double down on this question.
Cool.
If you could give any kind of advice to an independent artist that's watching this right now, that has no idea, I want you to give them some advice. I want you to look directly into your camera and give them the best advice that you could possibly give them.
Listen, don't just try to make a song. Do some research. Read. Study the art. It's an art. But guess what? Every famous artist went to art school, or at least had some sort of knowledge of what they were getting into. So what you need to do right now is put down the microphone and read. Start watching videos even. Watch podcasts. Watch interviews. Consume as much information first and then get to work. When I started working with my manager, the first thing he had me do was read philosophy and the art of creativity. It's so imperative to understand what you're doing before you start, because otherwise you're going to be tripping over yourself. So, hey, find the info and then get to work.
Come on. Now we about to play your brand new song.
Let's go.
I want you to go ahead and introduce that real quick, and then we'll go ahead and get that going.
This is Guilty of the Life by BRODIE.
Come on.
Appreciate it.
Let's go.
Run it.
Banging through your speakers, it's the streets, DJ Rappy on the beat. PDX Radio world premiere.
My baby told me kill him, I catch your rhythm. You say her name, I will smith him. I lost a friend, had to check up on my vital systems. Lost a brother, popping Vicodins to fucking get you. We lost connection. Guess you were in a bad spot, now we moving slow. The bus is making mad stops, can't rely on mass dot. Trying to fill my passport. I was on a crash course and switched up on that last part. This is what I asked for. Can't fight inertia, scraping on the asphalt. If I don't make it, it's my asphalt. They set the bar, so I had to fall. Up and over, all terrain. Pull up in an average car, all the same. Something that'll guard the rain. Pardon while I hug the frame. Augmented mind, but the parts the same. All things in time will be gone and changed. I feel like I'm part of Wayne. Born in this departing plane.
Okay, I hear you.
Got no skeletons in my baggage. I done buried them with that hatchet. I don't go showing off none of my habits. This ain't a pageant. This is my passion fruit. I ain't an average dude. Over the top with everything that I do. I can be mad at you for things I never had it. Something I had to prove, like prosecutors trying to add a few. I guess I'm guilty of the life I live. Life I live, thinking about all of the time I kill. Time I kill, hope it's looking like a highlight reel. Highlight reel, think I like this little life I build. Life I build, guess I'm guilty of the life I live. Life I live, thinking about all of the time I kill. Time I kill, hope it's looking like a highlight reel. Highlight reel, think I like this little life I build. Life I build, think I like this little life.
Hey, yo.
This motherfucker don't miss. No, he's fucking good. That motherfucker don't miss, man. He's good.
Yo. Okay, Brody, I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you, Brody.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
He wasn't playing with him.
Nah, bro, I can't be playing.
Yo, I like that. I like that a lot, man. I like that a lot. I had to drop a few bombs on that motherfucker right there, man. Hey,
Yeah, bro. The build up on that one, man, is
crazy.
Just like, it just goes up and up and up and up, and then like it's the payoff at the end with all the guitar and shit.
Yeah, you was on some diabolical shit. I see you, bro. Hey, man, tell the people where they can find you at. Let them know your socials. You know what I'm saying? Anybody you want to shout out?
Word. Yeah, so once again, my name's BRODIE. You can find me on all streaming platforms, all caps, BRODIE, BRODIE. Type in the song name, Guilty of the Life. It'll pop right up on all streaming platforms. Social media, that's BRODIE. THATS BRODIE. All social media platforms, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, etc., etc. I hope you tune in. I hope you connect with me. Send me a DM, comment on a post. Let's stay connected. I love meeting new people. I really do.
Definitely. And man, shout out to Annie for setting this up, for real.
Yeah, true.
Yo, shout out to Annie, man. Yeah. Shout out to MPT, man.
Shout out to Rappy.
Yo. And man, I'm Big Rap. That's my guy, Brody. Look, I pointed the right way this time. Usually I point that way. This is Brody.
This is my man right here.
We out this motherfucker, yo, bitch. Let's get it.
My baby told me kill him, I catch your rhythm. You say her name, I will smith him. I lost a friend, had to check up